very, very clear in all this. This is the judgment of the Supreme Court. It made it very clear that even that the impartiality of the judge is questionable. And is here. Where is it? Please do bear with me. It says it here. What is it, page? What is that again? Where it says
page 18.
All these things are online. Is it on page 18? All these things are online. So I suggest that the journalists in this country actually take out time to do some basic research. It's not difficult, just minor research. You will understand the vacuousness, the emptiness of all the charges against me.
Page 18, right?
Okay. They kept switching the charges. Yes. They said I committed this crime in England, isn't it? Yes. I made a broadcast in England.
Yes.
And in 9 charges leveled against me, this place where I committed this crime was London, in the United Kingdom.
Yes.
When my lawyers came to see me, I had a discussion with them about how I'm going to defend myself.
They removed it.
I told them that no court in Nigeria has jurisdiction to try me. Because since this offense was committed in England, so they said, it's only a UK court that can give a Nigerian court the authority to proceed, isn't it?
Yeah, based on that, they removed London.
Based on that, they now amended the charge again and removed London.
Location of the broadcast.
Location of the broadcast. Contrary to section 196?
174 of the Terrorism Prevention Act 2022.
In violation of their own laws. Violation of their own laws. And you want me to stand trial under such circumstances? Is that possible? Nnamdikanu to stand trial where all these shenanigans are going on? It's not possible.
To be a travesty
of the Igbo people. This orchestrated, almost global persecution of the people stops with me. It cannot happen. It can never happen. That is why we do what we do. That is why I do what I do. I am campaigning for the freedom of my people because of the persecution that we're facing. It's as simple as that. Nothing more.
Welcome to this channel. Please don't forget to like this video, comment, share, subscribe, and press the notification button so that whenever we do video, you'll be able to enjoy it. Mr. Chinedu Michael, the way we are seeing this case of Nnamdikanu is like is going, the other way, because we saw that DSS disallowed his lawyer, access to see Nnamdikanu, and with the kind of evidence we are seeing now, it's like the case may lead to jailing of Nnamdikanu. What is your reaction? What is your expectation?
I think to an extent, it has become a very dramatic, and full of fireworks when the lawyers finally engage themselves in cross-examinations with the federal government at the end of the day. But from what we are seeing, from the evidence that has been coming out, and of course, most of these videos we are watching today was not in the public space ab initio. It was as a result of the federal government who has these things with them, and some of the things that has not been authorized for public consumption. That is why we have not been able to understand actually what actually transpired. But normally, Nnamdikanu was not found with anything that has to do that's connected to terrorism. And the question millions of people all over the world are asking, if the director of DSS can say the same thing as Nnamdikanu is saying, and then what happened? Why did they now change it to terrorism? Why did not change it to so many charges against
when he was calling for self-defense?
Yes, self-defense. Go there and defend yourself. Nigeria has lost control of their security structure. I can tell you, with what happened in Borno State, it is very clear, that what is happening to Nigeria, bro, this is not the time for celebration. This is time to stand up. Millions of Nigerians all over the world, both those in Nigeria and outside Nigeria, should come together and stand up for Nnamdikanu. He has done very well. He is one of the revolutionaries that we should celebrate. We need, irrespective of who you are, for having decided, among all things, to explain to Nigerians many years ago, many decades ago, about what is happening today. And up to this moment, we have not seen any sign that Nigerian government are ready or have the political will to make sure that we do not have excessive killing in various parts of the country, including the Nigerian army and police are being killed by these people on daily basis. I will watch the video. How, bros, is Nnamdikanu not a prophet? That's a question I want to put to George Omotosho. I hope you are going to watch this video, and everybody that's watching this video, watch the video, because it's no longer funny. Don't think you can threaten the entire 85 million Igbos around the world with just anything you want to come up with. And I want Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to respect the issue that has to do with, freedom of speech, freedom of expression, and freedom of self-defense as guaranteed in the United Nations Charter.
Let's talk about one video that nnamdikanu vowed by the name of God that he didn't know anything about what happened in the NSAS. I've listened to that audio. Can we call it, incitement, public incitement, or what? So what if they find him guilty in that?
There's no how they can find him guilty because we know that Igbophobia, and like he always said, I'm fighting for my people, I'm fighting for injustice, I'm fighting for marginalization. Then the question is Igbos in Nigeria marginalized? That's the question. Is there anything like that? Anybody that comes out and tells you that Igbos in Nigeria are not being marginalized is not saying the truth. If as much as the national chairman of APC can acknowledge that what is happening to the Igbo people is deliberate gang up, bro, what are you talking about? That's the fact. That's the reality.
And he ordered them to join APC.
Yeah, and nnamdikanu was right, considering the fact that to an extent Igbos are not allowed to even vote in Lagos. Igbos, are being discriminated, irrespective of their contribution in Lagos State economy. I respect Fashola for that. When the Lagos State government gazette was released, and people were amazed at the level of economic contribution, of Igbos. I'm talking if I can get it right, but I know it is between 43 to 53%. 43% population, 53 or thereabout or more investment in Lagos State. Hello, Lagos State. And you can see the level of anti-Igbophobia that is spreading. So on that note now, and that is why you see when the happens of protest, they say Igbos are no longer going to enjoy the protest. What do you expect? Because at the end of the day, you can see the statement. Even though we know that these things are not true, they are not correct, but they will find a way because it's coming from this part of the country, the eastern part of the country. They will fabricate it. They will mix it up. But you see, nobody should come and start threatening the Igbos, because what you are seeing, the whole world is watching. nnamdikanu has become the symbol of African liberalization. He has become the symbol of Africanization. Just like what we are seeing in Burkina Faso. Nobody can take that away from nnamdikanu. He has been able to show that he stood for not only for Biafrans, for the black people all over the world. This is injustice. What is happening? What kind an African man? Okay, they are not even talking about the one he said that Buhari has died. Nobody's talking about that. What he's not even. Nobody's talking about the one he said that a time will come when Nigerians will be carrying money in wheelbarrow,
to purchase something,
and they cannot be able to buy anything. They are not talking about that. They are talking about something he never engineered. nnamdikanu never engineered answers. But you can see those exhibits in the courts, and if restrictions is being given, and I remember that there's also a medical history we are hearing about nnamdikanu having a congestive cancer. It is not funny to anybody because he has not committed any offense that we are not seeing being committed in Nigeria on daily basis. That's the fact. So Bola Ahmed Tinubu should respect. If you want to distance himself from this thing, let him know what to do at this point in time. We know who planted James Omotosho there as a judge to preside over nnamdikanu's case. And he cannot tell us that he doesn't know what he's doing. I want to be optimistic about James Omotosho, even though we know he's coming from Wike and their likes, in leadership, But I know the kind of judgment he passed in Rivers State. We can go and do fact finding. So if we are seeing this kind of signs now, we might be looking at another Bintanyako at the end of the day, and it's very questionable. At this point, that nnamdikanu, after 10 years, after 10 good years, federal government deemed it fit to open trial.
I observed something. After the visit of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to Anambra State, we saw an attack in Imo State by unknown gunmen. Can we say that is a reaction? Maybe they don't want the presence of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Anambra, because we hear about attack in Imo State two occasions.
It is not going to stop because they have refused to do the normal thing. You know, people are not defending themselves. People are in the forest. The military, the police system, the intelligence unit has virtually collapsed. You know, and this is not a time for politicking where you move from one state to another, you know, campaigning for your second-term ambition, and half of millions of Nigerians are hungry and are dying. You know, it is a form of protest. What you saw in Anambra State is a protest to get the government attention. Are you not seeing what is happening? You understand? This is not a time for. There's no security in the eastern part of the country. So what is it? The only symbol of peace and tranquility is nnamdikanu. nnamdikanu represents the faith. Not only these people they are looking at, including Soludo himself. Soludo can never come close where nnamdikanu is talking. Nnamdikanu has become law and order. We are seeing how nnamdikanu is going to be killed in DSS custody. We are watching to see how nnamdikanu will be buried in Nigeria. We are watching how nnamdikanu will be jailed.
How do you think people of Anambra will feel when they saw President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Anambra, and they know that nnamdikanu is in DSS cell? Would they think that we have seen our friend or we've seen our adversary?
No, you see, Abga, which Soludo represents, it's unfortunate that, you know, Soludo has just started behaving like any other governor in the southeast, you know, becoming afraid of his position as a Fulani imposed governor. We discovered that, you know, Soludo has been campaigning to rule the Anambra State for a very long time after he said, Soludo himself said he got clearance from Yar'Adua to become governor of. But remember, mark what I'm saying, that he got clearance from Yar'Adua family. And they promised him that he's going to be governor of Anambra State. But you can see, I'm saying it publicly. So if Soludo is there, let him come out. See, Soludo, for me, is nothing to write home about completely. In as much as he even authorized his followers, the party that brought him to power, to hide the symbol of Odumegwu Ojukwu on their clothes before they can be able to welcome Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Did they tell you that Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not know who warlord Ikemba one of Nnewu, Odumegwu Ojukwu, Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu is? You want to tell me that Bola Ahmed does not know the man called Ikemba Nnewu, the late Biafra warlord Ojukwu? Then Soludo is saying they should hide. That is the level of things we are talking about. You know?
Why do they bring themselves low?
You see, that's what I'm telling you. You know, the more we are going to open this thing gradually, a time will come, we begin to ask them to excuse us. You see what Overposadima is saying recently. You know, nnamdikanu is innocent because his tenure has finished. He's no longer recognized by the Fulanis.
He's about to go in.
The same thing is going to happen to Soludo, and that is why they are mounting pressure to dismantle the Abia State government, the Abia State people, so that they can bring in their Fulani and destabilize the presence of nnamdikanu, of which knowing fully well that nnamdikanu actually come from that state. The video, the things you are watching in the court, I can tell you, you know, that Bola Ahmed Tinubu should not think to use James Omotosho, to jail nnamdikanu, to pass judgment that is very pleasant to Buhari, and that's what Buhari want to hear. That's what the Fulanis want to hear, so that they can continue. But in reality, if there's consciousness of, if Buhari, Tinubu himself, and Omotosho himself have consciousness, that means they are having deaf ears to the security threat by the Fulanis in Nigeria. And somebody has come and proclaimed and said that this thing is going on. And you see, they bring this thing. That is why the lawyers, there's no country you have a lawyer that country will move forward. Most of these people you have in the Senate, that they claim they are lawyers. Look at where we are today.
Eventually, Mr. Tinubu, before we round up, what do you think is going to be the reaction of Southeast, if eventually nnamdikanu is jailed 2-3 years, what do you think is going to be the reaction?
That will create a major infiltration of the Fulanis in the land. You know, that it will completely destabilize the insecurity in the southeast, and the Fulanis are going to have a field day. The brothers and sisters will rise against each other because in the absence of hope, there will be chaos.
Thank you very much.